Welcome back. How are you guys doing today? We have some more StarCraft 2 action, and we have once again Grubby versus Psionic in a PvP. Once again they meet each other, and if you have watched the last PvP that I casted of these two gentlemen, then you know that a Protoss versus Protoss between those two is always entertaining. We had the Void Ray Roulette, and if you didn't watch it just yet, then pause this video, jump back to the channel to Khaldor TV, and check it out. That game was definitely worth watching. It was a must-see, a lot of fun. But it was not the first game that they played in this fateful night where all these matches happened. This is actually one of the first games where they faced each other, and you can already see that they want to do something special. So Psionic here suggests Nexus first. Both of us just go for Nexus first here and try to find out who the better Nexus player is, and Grubby, he happily agrees. To the bottom left we have the French player. This is for Against All Authority. It is Psionic, and starting to the top right, of course, we have the player from the Netherlands. We have Grubby. And this is just a crazy game. They've met each other several times during that night, and because they were a little bit tired of facing each other and playing mirror matches, they came up with a lot of very interesting strategies that they wanted to try out against each other. And Psionic announces the Nexus first, and Grubby happily agrees. But the thing with Grubby is he always takes things a little bit too literal. He doesn't go for the standard choice. He is a player that is really sneaky, and he likes to think outside of the box. So instead of actually placing down the Nexus first down at his natural, he walks across the map with a probe, and this looks pretty much like he wants to go for a, I don't dare to say it, but like a proxy Nexus? It's a little bit insane, but Psionic is now on his way to his own natural, and he's a little bit surprised to find this probe. Thinks Grubby is going to block it, and that's exactly what he does. Psionic is surprised, yeah, but Grubby places down the Nexus, and Psionic, he does the same thing right next to it. Grubby with a proxy Nexus opening in this game. Oh god, this is going to be crazy. Psionic is just laughing. He's like, wow, did he really just do that? And yes, he did. Grubby with a proxy Nexus, Psionic now countering with his no Nexus, and like, well, what I'm gonna do next? And of course, both of them are not gonna leave it at that. We might actually see like a Nexus cannon in this game, taking out another Nexus. But first of all, both are going to the macro game now, going for a gateway in the main base. Grubby already taking double gas really early. We don't have a single assimilator for Psionic, but we have an additional pylon for Grubby. And, well, we have now the probe coming into the natural. Of course, a little bit of scouting going on here for Psionic. Grubby agrees that it's a pretty fair game at this point. Psionic sees that there's no Nexus at the natural. And he goes for the Nexus in the main base of Grubby. Oh my god, this is gonna be epic. Both of them now with a Nexus in their opponent's base. Grubby and Psionic about to complete the first Nexus that they built at the bottom left. Psionic has now his gateway done. He could build the first Zealot to send it over and maybe at least take out the pylon to make sure that Grubby can't cannon him or can't use it for a warp-in pylon later on. But this is definitely a bit weird, and now suddenly Grubby is stealing minerals from Psionic. He's just going in with those probes, trying to mine at the natural of his opponent, which is like the... I mean, that's bad mana right there. How cheeky can you actually get? Psionic has a couple of additional workers though, and suddenly we have probe wars going on. Both of them microing their probes here, trying to take down the opponent. This is exactly what you would expect of them. This is why wars start, and I feel Grubby is definitely right about that. But we have now the Zealot coming into play, and this is definitely a slight advantage for Psionic. I mean, he's already attacking the Nexus of his opponent, wants to make sure that the Mothership Core will not get out, but I'm not quite sure if he can actually, like, prevent that. The Mothership Core is there, and immediately attacking the Zealot, but we already have the first Stalker now in production, while Grubby goes for the Forge in his main base and has a double Zealot now attacking the Nexus of Psionic, who couldn't really use that for anything so far. So all the action now go at the bottom left. And the Mothership Core is going in, trying to take down that Stalker. Stalker versus Mothership Core. The Stalker, of course, a lot faster, can try to outrange here the Mothership, and he's doing a really good job with that. But the probe is moving in, and now the Stalker suddenly down to 9 hit points, down to 2, and just barely able to survive. Chasing down the Mothership, and he actually takes it down. Psionic loses the Nexus at the top left, top right, where he takes where in the main base of Grubby, of course, but he loses his own Mothership Core. Oh my god, so the Stalker here with the first kill, and Grubby here compliments his opponent. Nice micro, really well done. But the next Mothership Core is already on its way, and it's out. The Stalker once again under fire. Retreats with 1 hit point this time. This is crazy. But the probe takes it down. The probe being built, and Grubby, he jumps on this chance like a panther, selects the probe, takes down this 1 hit point of a Stalker. That's a hero probe right there. This probe deserves a medal, a soldier's grave. This probe definitely is a hero in this match already. But now we have all those units that Grubby used at the top right to take down the Nexus of his opponent at the bottom left. He's trying to get a bit of an advantage. He's down in overall supply at this point, but he's going into a very different build. We have him suddenly with a double Stargate, and he's going straight into double Oracle. To the bottom left, we still have Grubby with a Nexus, and we have a bit of mining going on for Psionic, but both of them not really mining from a second base, if we're honest about it. Once again, the Mothership Core is out, but this time not for Grubby. Grubby actually using his to save it with a Time Warp, whereas Psionic just now has his own Mothership Core, but he is lacking the ground units. He's lost a Stalker and a Zealot now, and he's trying to chase down this remaining one, whereas Grubby suddenly builds a double pylon here. He seems to go for an additional cannon attack while the Oracles already move across the map, and if Psionic doesn't catch that, then he's most likely going to lose a hell ton of walkers in his main base. So the Nexus is the first target for the Stalkers that we have for Psionic, but he needs to be careful here. There are a mass amount of cannons suddenly being built right at the natural, and I don't think he can do anything against them. The 2 Oracles apparently have been spotted. At least a lot of Stalkers are being moved into the main base so that this worker line is safe, but this means he can't do anything against the cannons that are being built at the natural. And well, the 2 Oracles are doing a decent job, but one of them already down, and the second one has to retreat or will die too. The cannon's about to be there, and this is just too much for Psionic to handle. Grubby suddenly finds himself in a really good position, while Psionic goes for Blink. So he goes down a completely different tech path from Grubby. The unit count now, as you can see, is kinda even. A little bit more Zealot heavy and definitely more Gateway heavy for Psionic. But Grubby, he can't do too much with those Oracles, and Blink will definitely help Psionic. But the cannons there, they don't only take down the Nexus here for Psionic, it also makes sure that the Protoss player from Team AAA is completely supply blocked here, which is really difficult for him to deal with. It's not only the supply block itself, it's just the contain that we have here. So now to the top right, more and more Oracles are being built, and this time they do a fair amount of damage. 3 kills, 4 kills, 5 kills, taking down a 5th and a 6th Harvester here. Might even catch a 7th one, but no, the Stalkers are there just in time to deal with those, with the Oracle and the threat in the air. Grubby now has suddenly the energy for the Nexus cannon, and he's using a look at that range. He's really pushing Psionic back. Psionic is now in a very dire situation. He really needs to get the Blink out, and Blink will actually enable him to escape. He could actually just escape from his base. This contain might not hold, but first of all he has to deal with the air aggression of Grubby. Moving in now, nice micro, nice stutter step, but Grubby not even trying to move his units back. He's just trying to kill as many units as possible. And to be fair, he killed 31 Harvesters already in this game. So the worker count is now 40 against 16. Grubby looks like he can't be beaten here. He's mining from his opponent's natural now. We have his Mothership Core scouting the high ground, looking what's going on here. The main base of Grubby, well, no cannons, but we still have this one forge. Blink is finally done, and now suddenly Psionic is trying to just go down the ramp, take down those pylons, and claim victory. But he can't really do a lot against these cannons. A problem though might be that to the right we don't have any defenses. So Psionic, what is he gonna do? Grubby is going for the double robotics facility, and the more time he has, the better the position for the player from the Netherlands. Psionic being a little bit desperate here, moving back into his main base with a few of his Stalkers to take down another Oracle. So the worker count, 36 Harvesters killed against 14 killed, and the Harvester count in general right now is 35 against 13. But wow, nice move by Psionic. Blinks to the right, and there's just nothing. Grubby doesn't have anything. He doesn't have a lot of units in the game. He only has 2 Oracles, and they can't do anything against the Stalkers. The Nexus falls, and those Harvesters, well, they have to be very careful. So nice job so far by Psionic. Can he take down the last pylon? It certainly looks like it. And he takes down all of the pylons. In the main base, once again, we have too many Oracles, and they chase down probe after probe. Only a few left for the player from France. We have not a single probe left. And now he moves to the top right with all the Stalkers. I'm actually not quite sure if I agree. He could have left at least one of the Stalkers at the bottom left, but he didn't, and now suddenly Grubby is just building an additional pylon to power those cannons again. The main base being attacked by the Oracles, no mining anymore for Psionic. This game is insane. This is crazy. No mining for Psionic, but he moves to the top right, and this cannon is never gonna finish. Von Void Ray, is this really what he can use to defend against this? I don't think so. The Void Ray is already gone. We have one Immortal, but the Immortal is being targeted and it's backed into a corner. I can't escape here. Even the probes are trying to help out, but this is just a little bit too much, and Grubby might just lose his entire economy. He's losing all the harvesters that he had at the top right, except for one, and now the pylons are being taken down. He's chrono boosting the hell out of the robotics facility, but does this Immortal really change a lot? He might actually lose all the pylons and then not get anything. Grubby cancels the Immortal as he realizes that he can't do anything with it, and now suddenly, to the bottom left, he attempts to build another Nexus. The cannons are completely powered. They have a pylon now. In the main base, we still have the two Oracles. They can do a bit of damage if there is going to be another probe being built. But to the top right, all those Stalkers, they take down each and every pylon, even kill the rest of the remaining probes. And as long as he takes down the Nexus, there's not a lot that Grubby can do. Looking at it, Grubby doesn't even have enough resources to build another harvester. And now suddenly we have the Stalkers moving to the bottom left. And Grubby is, he's definitely right here. I mean, for those Oracles to take down the base of his opponent, that will take a lot of energy. Definitely a lot more than he currently has. So this game is becoming nuts. I mean, we have the Nexus now being built for Grubby, and with the cannons here, he might just be able to fend these Stalkers off. But with Blink, Psionic could actually just micro the shit out of this game. I mean, he could just move in, take a couple of shots, blink back, and then continue the game for the entire time. And the Nexus is already being attacked. He's trying to move in with the Oracles to do a bit of damage here, but suddenly the pylon is being attacked, and nice blink micro so far. And here it is, completely unpowered. The Nexus Cannon, that is the saving grace of Grubby. He has the Nexus Cannon up with the Mothership Core, and he actually has enough energy to use the Photon Overcharge once more. So this is really difficult now for Psionic to handle. Time is working in Grubby's favor. He's the one who's suddenly mining again, and he could also build units to the top right, at least probes. He could build a few probes, mine here, and build additional pylons. So Psionic has to be very careful, and he's trying to move in. The pylon that Grubby built powers the cannons once again. He's blinking back, but he's losing units. He's suddenly down to 7 Stalkers. That's all that he has against 2 Oracles, 1 Mothership Core, and the Mothership Core still with the energy for another Nexus Cannon, for another Photon Overcharge. This is getting really dangerous for Psionic. Grubby is at 17 supply against 14, and he still has harvesters. Once again, the pylon being attacked, blinks back, losing another Stalker. Psionic, you can't afford to lose Stalkers like this. Another Stalker goes down, and 2 more die, only 4 left. Takes down an Oracle. That at least was important. But Grubby, what does he do? He builds more pylons. He goes in for the pylons here, and Psionic, he doesn't even believe in himself anymore. He thinks he's gonna lose this. He has 4 Stalkers left against 1 Oracle, against, of course, the Photon Overcharge, against the Nexus Cannon. Can he really pull this off? They're both bantering like crazy, and you have to keep in mind, this is a game that was played late at night. Grubby is thinking about what could happen here. He's of course trying to make sure that he's not gonna lose this game, but still, we have in range of the Nexus the entire force of Psionic. The Photon Overcharge is not ready just yet, and the Nexus is taking quite a lot of hits here. So if Grubby suddenly loses this Nexus, there's not a lot of mining going on for him anymore. But he built the 1 probe to the top right, as mentioned earlier. The pylon is already being built, so this is definitely a good position for Grubby to be in. Of course, the Oracle tries to delay the aggression of Psionic for as long as possible. He needs to buy time for the energy to accumulate on the Mothership Core to get another Photon Overcharge. Even the probes are helping out here, and there it is, 100 energy. That's exactly what he needed. But does the Nexus Cannon do enough damage? Look at this, we have nice blinks here by Psionic, but the hit points on the Nexus! He's losing it! The Nexus is down. Grubby lost the Nexus, and suddenly Psionic has a chance of winning this game again. This is getting intense. Psionic is moving to the top right now. He knows fully well that at the bottom right nothing really can happen unless Grubby has enough resources to build another Nexus. So he's walking to the top right, trying to make sure that Grubby isn't mining here. Grubby already with energy for the robotics facility, but he doesn't have the resources to build an Immortal. He just doesn't have the resources. The probes are even moving in, trying to do something here. The mothership core walking across the side. But yep, those two probes, they are out of luck in the main base. Bye-bye, worker number 1 and number 2. They are gone, and Grubby not happy. Of course, Psionic looking at this, and he's like, I have to take down this Nexus. I have to take it down. Harvesters at the bottom right. Mothership core to the top right. Not with the energy just yet. The Nexus without the shields. Here comes the Oracle. Here come those Harvesters. Nice blink, and bye-bye Oracle. Suddenly Grubby down to 8 Harvesters and 1 Mothership core. Here comes the robotics facility. Harvester count is getting low for Grubby, and Psionic really needs to take down the pylon. But the mothership core is on its way. 70 energy. Doesn't have the energy just yet to use the photon overcharge. The pylon is gone. No immortals. And the harvesters, they go down. 1 by 1. 4 stalkers against the rest of the world. And for some reason, Psionic decides to take down the Forge instead of the Nexus. He has to be a little bit more careful here. There is still a mothership core in the game, and it is 10 energy away from using a photon overcharge. Bottom left of the map, not a lot going on, but those 2 cannons, those 4 actually, they are still safe. The 2 pylons are pretty safe too. So now he's finally attacking it. There's another probe being built. There's the photon overcharge, and for some reason, no blink. He doesn't realize what's going on, and BAM! The stalker's down. 3 stalkers. Yes, 3 stalkers, and Grubby is quite happy. He's like, yeah, I killed 1. Only 3 remaining. Can you deal with this with the 3 that you have? Mining going on for Grubby, and he needs it. Can he pull this off though? The photon overcharge is not gonna last forever. And we have still 3 stalkers in the game. 3 stalkers against 3 probes and 1 mothership core. This game is definitely looking a little bit silly, but it's pretty awesome too. So, still photon overcharge going strong, but not for long. 1 probe sneakily hiding to the left side of the map, not in the vision of Psionic, trying to sneak out of the main base, and he is able to pull it off. The photon overcharge is gone. Both of the probes are gone. The mothership core is still alive. He needs to kill the Nexus, and that's exactly what he does. But we have 1 probe. There is 1 probe left, and Psionic already thinks he's the victor in this game. And to be quite frank, what can actually take him down? The mothership core is about to do nothing anymore, as we have the Nexus dying and no photon overcharge possible then. But we have 1 probe in the game that could place down maybe a pylon, and that is exactly what it does. And this is a pretty cool position for that pylon to be, because suddenly, even if those stalkers blink at the back, they are still in range of those cannons. So, Psionic is taking down the rest of the buildings in the main base to the top right. Grubby doesn't have anything anymore except for the probe, and the probe is starting to attack the pylons here. This is a very interesting job that the probe has right now. Killing all these buildings, that's gonna take some time. Grubby is about to be revealed, as you can see, and Psionic is like, whoa, wait, how did you get that probe out? You still have a probe? When it had to happen? So he's not too happy about this. But we have him still taking down the buildings of Grubby to the top right. Killing them 1 by 1. Yeah, and he's completely right. This is definitely like a micro-tournament at this point. It's definitely a lot harder and also at very limited information. But this is a pretty epic conclusion. We have 3 supply for Grubby overall and 6 supply for Psionic, and he wants to finish it. The probe is nibbling it away at the shields of the Nexus in the main base, and this is probably where Psionic says, let's see what I can do. He needs to blink quite well here. And to be quite frank, I feel with like decent micro, he should be able to pull this off. I mean, it's gonna take it into— oh! That was too close for comfort. That was like the blink in the last second. But he killed a cannon. He killed a cannon. And I mean, he has to win this game right now. Can he really lose the game if he just waits for the shields? I mean, in the end, he should be the one to take it. Bam! There goes the probe. Bye-bye. Was nice knowing you. And what exactly can Grubby do? If Psionic plays this very safe, he should take down the cannons 1 by 1. 3 stalkers, I mean, what can happen? Actually, a very silly question. I mean, given this game, what can't happen? What couldn't happen? Everything could happen in this match. But so far, it looks like Psionic is going to be the victor here. He is up against 1 mothership core and against all these cannons. So with very, very good micro, he should be able to pull this off. And let's see if he actually does it. Moves in, well done so far. Here comes the time warp though. Oh, and he loses a Stalker. No, oh, 1 hit point. That was close though. That was really, really close. 1 hit point on the Stalker. 14 kills, 15 and 9. Nice blink. Taking down the cannon one by one. Another time warp! Double kill. 2 Stalkers against 3 cannons. Oh, I can't believe that just happened. And there we go. Another cannon down. Cannon down. 1 hit point. 27 hit points. 2 Stalkers against 2 cannons. That's all that Grubby has. That's really all he has. That's it. So this has to be game. This has to be game. I mean, going in, taking 1 hit, taking 2 hits, blinking away, getting a few more shots off. Oh, wow. Psionic is really going for it. I mean, that's cutting it close. You should be very careful, my friend. If that shot would have hit you, you would have been down. Don't be impatient now. This is a win. This is definitely a win. Blinks to the top. Yes, tries to take down the pilot. Nice spot. Really well done so far. What a game. Okay, let's try it this way. You should just be patient, Psionic. Really, just be patient. Kill him one by one. Wait until your shields are fully regenerated and then go in again. If I did all of this for draw, I'd kill you. Well, actually, to be honest with you, if you only manage to draw here, you should kill yourself. Because that's not Grubby's fault. You are the one who can end this game. You should be able to end it. I mean, with... Actually, like, the photon cannon recharges the energy even a little bit faster. The shields, if you look at this. Oh! And again, he has to try to do this. I mean, it actually looks like he won't be able to pull it off. He has to wait until both of them are at full energy. But it doesn't... Oh, no, no! Oh my god. He realized that it would be too hard with 2 Stalkers against 1 cannon with the shields that they have. I mean, this is 150 shields and the Stalker only has 80. But now, he shouldn't have lost that 3rd Stalker. Losing the 4th and the 3rd Stalker, this is just too much. He actually, like, lost everything now. He has 1 Stalker. He cannot kill this. This is a draw, guys. He has no chance. He doesn't have enough shields. The shields on the cannons will regenerate as well. This is game. Grubby with his 1 move with the time warp on his mothership core was able to force a draw by killing the 3rd Stalker of Psionic. Psionic needed 3 Stalkers with the shields to pull this off, and now it's over. Now it's over. There is nothing left that Psionic can do. This game is done. Oh my god, I cannot believe this happened. Ah, Psionic, I feel for you. I really feel for you. But what an epic game. This is such a cool conclusion to this match. I mean, how the game started with those proxy Nexi. Let's be honest about it. This game doesn't really deserve a winner. So, yeah. We need to send this replay to someone, and they sure did. They sent it to me, and I appreciate it. That was definitely a pleasure to cast. That was a lot of fun. And I can still not believe that we are at this position now. So who has to leave the game? That is actually the... Who gets the ladder points? So yeah, follow Grubby on Twitter. Follow him at @followgrubby. His Facebook and also his Twitch stream are also at @followgrubby. So make sure that you do that. You can follow myself at Khaldor on Twitter. And yeah, we can also of course follow Psionic. And I actually, I think they talked about this. Oh, he only has Facebook apparently, so that's fine as well. Definitely give the guy a shout out. Even if you don't like his page at Facebook, go to his page and leave him a comment. I mean, this game definitely deserves a little bit of interaction from the viewers as well. So let's see, it's, okay, AAA Psionic on Facebook.com. Make sure to check that out. Follow Grubby, follow myself at Khaldor. And I guess that's it for the game, but who is gonna leave first? And how do they find out who's going to leave? I mean, they have to do something here, right? This isn't over. If we meet again on ladder, yeah, they have to do something special. The Void Ray roulette, that's already something that we casted, but who's going to leave this game? I'm mad I don't want to play you anymore. I can see why. I wouldn't want to play Grubby anymore either if I was him. But seriously, who's gonna leave first? I mean, I'm not quite sure if they talked about it in the chat and I missed it early on, but I don't think they did. So, who's gonna leave? I mean, can they really... no, they can go for the draw, of course. It's already counting down, I guess. We just don't see it. So, my bad. So, that's gonna be a draw in the match history. There's no mining going on, there's no damage going on. So, yeah, this is going to be a draw. By the rules. We don't have the countdown here, but I guess they see it already at this point in time. So if you don't mind for a certain amount of time and if there is nothing being built and no damage done to anything, then there will be a countdown after a few minutes. So this is exactly what happens here. So Grubby versus Psionic in this, yeah, there it is. 30-second cooldown count. So they draw in this game a pretty epic match. Thank you very much to Grubby and Psionic for this game. And I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you liked the match. Make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want to see more games like this. youtube.com/KhaldorTV. And I see you guys next time for the next match. Let's find out if we have maybe another PvP between Grubby and Psionic. They are certainly entertaining.